And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in the Darkest Dungeon. And into the ruins we go after this Fulminating Prophet. Obviously we need to bring along some equipment. We probably want to bring along all the food, if we can afford it. A lot of the torches, if we can afford it. Going to be a highlight for when we hit the boss. Yeah, basically spend everything. We're spending everything. So we're going to be regretting it if we lose, but in we go.
This raving creature had to be silenced, but doing so proved maddeningly impossible. How had he survived the stockades, the icy waters, and the knives I delivered so enthusiastically into his back? How had he returned time and time again to rouse the townfolk with his wild speculations and prophecies? The echoes of his mindless tittering reverberate maddeningly.
So it's usually going to be, this tends to be the case with all the bosses, they tend to be in the farthest place they can be in the dungeon. So, we're here, so it's probably not there or there, because that's only 2 away. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's probably there, so we're going to go up into that direction first. We can explore the dungeon a little bit more after the boss is dead, if we're successfully killing the boss. Yeah, we're going to do Hands from the Abyss here to start off. Stun you. We use Flare to clear the stealth. There we go. So outside of the Bloodletter, pretty effective dismembering of the effectiveness of the enemy team. And of course, the Bloodletter missed.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. Their formation is broken.
Now it's only the Bloodletter.
Maintain the offensive.
Hit him hard and bring him down.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Not a bad fight. Getting some scouting here. We are going to continue on the upward. The only situation where we may have taken a detour is if we believed... I don't need that hope reduction. If we believed we saw the secret room. Because I don't think we did.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
We managed to surprise them in the hallway. That's good to see. Do you want to go for the stun? We got a 140% stun chance. 70% on the ghoul. Let's ghoul. Let's get the ghoul. There we go. Honestly, we probably want the ghoul dead as quickly as we can, so... Hit him hard, mark him, hit him with the arbalist. The Arbalest will probably finish on the next turn.
Decimated.
That was a little bit too effective. Okay, that level of heal is just worth taking the bleed anyway, so...
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Yeah, we'll just take the 6 damage, that's fine. Or we can cure it mid-battle, that'll also work.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Good thing we resisted that's done. That could have been a bad situation. Let's go for the heal here. Well, specifically remove the bleed.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
It's his turn to die.
Exposed to a killing blow. Soothed. Sedated. A powerful
Oh, he's
blow.
very dead. Yeah, let's at least confirm this kill first before I get
The
too
bigger
elated.
the beast, the greater
Okay,
the
we didn't need that
glory.
last crit, but we got it.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Don't really need busts, I do need the portraits. Forget what the interaction is with the sarcophagus. We'll just take a swing. Yeah, don't think we need the busts. We get some scouting. Again, this is not going to change our plan unless we find the secret room. In fact, the secret room is telling us to go the way we're going. Thank you, game. Remember my suspicions.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Confusion, nerves, and panic. Annihilated.
I'll just stun you. Clear the stealth. Did that not clear this? Maybe I targeted the wrong person.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay. Go for that heal.
A momentary abatement.
Maybe you go for the oh, I can't get the stun off on them anyway. Never mind, bring him down.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay, that's what we're taking. And of course, we use the key here.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I think 90% is the best I'm getting. Yeah. Better than nothing. And was successful too. Okay. 33% chance that's the boss, if we didn't already guess the boss was going to be there, because it's usually the one farthest away from the start. So, yep, that's the boss room. We have confirmed that, so we're going to rest here.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Unspeakable communion. Boss we're going against is not size 2.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Don't think the Holy Water does anything here? No. Okay, we're gonna pass. Okay, 90% chance. We face the boss.
The madman hides there, behind the pews, spouting his mindless drivel. Precision and power.
Resist the move. Oh, he's got 320% move resist. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to move him. No matter how hard I try, he's staying where he's staying. So we'll just have to hit him hard.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
He's stun resistant too. Hit him with that anyway. We're gonna have to death door. Or that and bring him down.
Another life wasted in the pursuit of glory.
Down one character. First death of the run.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
In life, his claims to recognition were dubious
Okay.
at best. In death, they are ridiculous.
Well, we lost one character, but we took the boss down.
This expedition at least promises success.
We lost our cultist. Could be worse. Well, we'll take the trinkets here. Actually, thinking about it, it's giving me my trinkets back, isn't it? Those are my trinkets from the cultist that just died. Plus the healing skills, crit and damage. Yeah, I think we got our trinkets back. Is what happened. It was nice enough to give us the trinkets from our dead friend. Needless to say, dead men can't level up. Curious. And syphilis. Well, we know where you're going for the next week.
Behold, righteousness and zealotry, gleaming in the morning sun.
Okay, so in addition to what I could normally get, we can immediately get 2 extra Crusaders. Call of the Crusade. Inexplicably, however, only 2 have arrived. It appears the abbot's earnest appeal has been answered, albeit with mocking cruelty. So Reflex says Journal. Yeah, no, we're not taking you. And love interest. This is self-worship, and we'll only go to the brothel. Okay. Bonus damage versus humans. Extra damage to below 50% health. We're probably not going to take those Crusaders. It's cool that that's the event that fired. And then we could recruit new ones. I think we'll be on the lookout for an Antiquarian. We can get an Antiquarian. Yeah, at some point we'll have to save up the 25 deeds to pick the last stagecoach. The last roster size one. Okay. So is the other logical one to go. So we've got the veteran bosses done in the ruins. So in a way, we're actually, until we're ready to use Rendell, Dismas, Osmond, and Karen again, we're kind of done with the ruins. At some point, we're going to need to be in the ruins long enough to spawn the champion level bosses, but we're not there yet. So I suppose the next thing to go after is the Hag. Although I could delay the Hag just because we don't want the Dark Tambourine. We might do that. We'll see what team we can put together. We've got like the team to go after the Hag, we'll just go after the Hag. Unless we've got something really tempting in the Cove or the Warrens. Cleansing Crystal. Makes your skills that do that bad, but makes you very resistant to it. It might be interesting in some of the tanks. Houndmaster, extra stun chance. Antiquarian speed and debuff skill chance. And just Book of Sanity. Very rare. I totally understand that. That would probably be enough to get the Cove boss to spawn if we went after the Book of Sanity. Although I'm not really struggling with stress right now. So I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to go... I think we're going to go after the Hag. Thinking about the Hag. Probably pass the Cleansing Crystal. Don't have the Antiquarian yet, and not quite sure what skill set I'm going to use on Antiquarian. Yeah, so I think it's the Hag. The Hag wouldn't be too bad to run the dance team on, I suppose. Or kind of the previous team wouldn't actually be too bad. Hag, again, the Hag is in the back. Although you have to hit the front hard enough to get the cauldron open whenever the Hag throws someone in the cauldron. We've done the Apprentice Cauldron, so if you're watching this on YouTube and watching in order, you probably know that. I think it's... Not sure if it's the Apprentice Hag. We've already done a Hag. So this is the more higher difficulty version of it. Arbalest wouldn't be too bad if we went Mark build. So bring in someone to do marking. Could even do something like you, Jester. And we just need someone to mark. Might swap the Hellion out for someone else. Because yeah, basically we want someone that can reliably hit 3 and 4 for a lot of damage, and then someone can reliably hit 1 and 2 for a lot of damage. Yeah, if I want to mark her, it's got to be either the Hounds, I think, or the Bounty Hunter. The Bounty Hunters is reduced protection, which don't actually know how much protection the Hag has offhand, especially the veteran Hag. Presumably more than the Apprentice. And then my Houndmaster, we'd have to change the Houndmaster up to have Target Whistle. Oh, Target Whistle looks like it even has better production debuff. Minus 20% production debuff. Ah, Mark for Death provides the Bounty Hunter with speed. Sure we need. Yeah, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Houndmaster, because we can get the Hound Rush when they're already marked to hit the Hag, because the Hag's in 3-4. Bonus versus Beast, bonus versus Marked. We just have to swap Target Whistle out, probably for Cry Havoc. And then once we've stacked up enough damage on them, we just come in with a finale, land a finale. Ooh, could also do harvest. Although we're thinking about the Jester here for the accuracy buff, right? The question is, do I take the stress debuff reducer? I suppose we might not take solo. Yeah, we might not take solo. And then we run harvest, or... Because what's likely going to be happening if something goes wrong is we're going to get pulled to the front. Run that combo on you. You're going to be fine with that set. You're also the HP healer. You're the stress healer. You're the HP healer. You're going to be marking. You're close and hard hitting. Hopefully, so we can bring the cauldron down. The cauldron's happening. Don't have enough portraits yet to decrease the cost more. Well, given what we're about to do, we do want these guys to be skilled in what we're doing. So we're going to target Whistle. We have another healer on the team. Although we have a different stress, better stress healer. So we're going to run that. Max the production reduction and the mark damage. We'll come back before I do the heal. I'm not sure we need the self-heal to be that strong. See, stress heal. We think we're going to reap and finale. And not solo in this run. Rallying Flare is mostly clear marked. Or clear, or bypass stealth, de-stealth, so not too worried about that. Chop hard. And if you're doing the heal, do your self-heal. Don't actually care much about the rest of your abilities, really. We tend to chop, Solemnity. Some days it might be worth doing the hew, but at this point we're running enough accuracy, we'll just get that one guy dead. Hit hard. Yeah, hit hard. So that's the skills on those four. Equipment. I think they're all in 3s. I don't think we can afford to go up to 4 on any of... well, we can probably afford to, like, 1 to go up to 4. Honestly, we probably don't need it. Yeah, I think we're good. So, into the Veld. So we're running provisions. We're going to basically take all the food. It's the weld, so we'll take torches. We'll take 2 full stacks of torches. Full stack of shovels. Always take the key in case we get lucky. Antivenom. Couple bandages. An herb. I guess we find the opportunity to get more food, and I think that'll work. In we go.
Her knowledge of horticulturalism and its role in various arcane practices impressed me greatly. My licentious impulse gave way to a genuine professional respect, and together we began to plant, harvest, and brew. There is method in the wild corruption here. It bears a form both wretched and malevolent.
Okay. So, general rule, as I said, is the boss is usually the farthest away it can be, so it's probably there. And we did find the secret room, so off we go.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Sometimes a tree is just a tree.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Accuracy buff for a party. We've got a couple of people who are pretty bad accuracy. Stress dot. I forgot to do something. Okay. We'll fix that after this battle. Forgot to put the mark on it. I'm looking for the mark on my list, and it's not there. Ow. We've already got some at death's door. That's
At the
not
very
boding well.
precipice of oblivion. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
No. Okay. Although that would have had to do damage to be a real problem. Get him off death's door.
In Radiance, may we find victory. A hand's breadth from becoming unwound. The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
Take him back off of death's door.
Great is the weapon that cuts
There we
on
go.
its
So
own.
it's just the Madmen. Madmen mostly causes stress damage, which you can work with. Okay, so we've given it our stalling warning, so we gotta bring it down. Bring it down with the leper on his turn. Okay, I'm not taking the risk of reinforcements coming in. We're gonna down him.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope.
That mark hit
blossoms.
hard. We don't have a key. I don't want to risk actually hitting another trap. I want to camp close to the boss, so out we go. We're not giving up, even though we got someone who's been death's doored. Because otherwise, we're mostly can recover from this.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
It's a good thing we've
Purpose is
surprised
made
the
clear.
Vector. Well, that's all I'm going to say about that. I forgot to change my moves again. Do any damage? That does damage. At least try to do some damage.
The ground quakes. A devastating blow. A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose. Annihilated.
Okay, that's not too bad.
A powerful blow.
Oh, 1 hit point. So close. Actually, no, the bleed will kill him. He's dead on the bleed. Okay. He's dead on the bleed. The worst of it's behind us.
Decimated. A predator is often blind to its own peril.
The predator is often
These
blind to
nightmares
its own
creatures
peril.
can
Yep.
be felled. They
Yep,
can be
I
beaten.
have that opinion. Okay, well, we just dealt with the headhunter. So it can't get much worse than that besides the boss. Was not expecting to run into the headhunter there. I got no bandages, so we're gonna try to ignore you. Scouting, which isn't gonna tell us anything. Well, it tells us where the trap is, which is useful. Okay. Trapping, we had a 90. 90 is probably the best. Yeah, 90 is the best. I'm thinking about it. I should probably get you a little more health by feeding you some food. Wait. Don't. Thank you. Oh, we don't need this to be 3 bosses in a row, guys.
Impressive.
Keep forgetting to do the skill swap on my Handmaster so he can mark. Fungal battery in the back is dead. So get the one that's not in the back. That fungal battery is dead. Go for the accuracy buff, so the leper can bring down the giant one.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. A death by inches.
Okay, it's dead, so we're gonna focus on healing. So you are the stress healer, so heal some stress. You've got a self-heal. Use your self-heal. You've got a self-heal. Use the self-heal.
A momentary abatement.
You can heal anyone, but heal yourself. Enemy dies.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Okay, before I forget. You. Need target. Need my whistle. I haven't upgraded the Hound's Harry either, so it's level 4 versus level 2, yeah. Okay, on our way.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Okay, that's fine. As long as you didn't have a bad result, that's fine. That's what disarm. I'm gonna go one more room, and then we're going to camp.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Okay, don't have any of the abilities to prevent ambush, so hopefully don't get ambushed. Eye of the Tiger. Restring that bow, make it hit hard. I think we're going therapy dog. Yeah, bloody shroud therapy dog. And I can remove Slurgs, remove that debuff. And I think we're good to go.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Yep, so we're going the right way. The boss is in the next room. Theory, unless we get hit with a hunger check or apparently a battle, we shouldn't have anything bad happening. No, let's go accuracy. Ah, one short.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Ooh, 41. Want to do that against the boss, you see.
The bigger
Here we go.
the beast, the
We can
greater
repeat
the
that against the
glory.
boss.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Drop the food, grab the bust.
The light, the promise of safety,
So there's the hag.
twisted and
Only 99 hit
maniacal,
points.
a slathering testament to the powers of corruption.
Okay, this is not a good turn for you because you don't have anything to hit. He doesn't have the reach, actually. The hag, his job is mostly to get people out of the cauldron or to be the person put in the cauldron. This cauldron's got 21 hit points, so you should be able to immediately, with one hit, people out of the cauldron. Whereas the rest of the party's job is to bring the hag down. Okay. Get him out of the pot. He's a little comfortably close.
A singular strike.
Parting whistle the hag. Apparently you can't lick wounds from the front. Into the pot. Okay. That's not great timing.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal
Oh, and that merely
themselves.
chucks you out of the pot. That's good to know. Because we just do that. The hag is defeated.
Size alone does not dissuade the
Stalwart
sharpened
Buckle
blade.
and Bloodthirst Ring. Well, I don't need the dog treats anymore. That's the end of the quest. And I don't need the medicinal herbs. There we go. And yeah, we're going back to town. We fought two bosses in there. We're happy with that result. The Collector and the Hag has been defeated. The Collector was not prepared for that fight, let's just say. That was actually a good showing against the Collector, I think. Hag could have gone a little bit better because we had one of our guys go in death's door. So we may have lost someone there had we not been as successful. Doesn't want to go in the Warrens. Okay, we're going to need to get rid of the accuracy debuff. Extra damage of torch is above 75. Lethargy. Okay, so we're going to get lethargy removed, we're going to get lazy eye removed. So we're going to pick a different team for
My
next week.
obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Oh, you were the one. I thought it was the Arbalest that lazy eye. That would explain why the Hound's Rush is not particularly accurate. Let's get rid of that then. Treatment Ward, Lazy Eye. Yeah, we can probably... Unless we're going to pay to get rid of like light sensitive or flawed release. Actually, flawed release doesn't really affect you. Light sensitive or weak grip or something like that. That's the more expensive one. I don't know, you're also Lazy Eye. Person who only does range damage, minus 5% accuracy is pretty bad. And lethargy, we want to keep your speed. What do we get for heroes? Antiquarian. We are going to take an Antiquarian. We got recommended by one of the Twitch chatters to grab an Antiquarian for money search.
Where others will not go, and sees what others will not see.
Stress is over 50, basically doesn't eat. Extra scouting chance, can't be gambling. Loses crit chance is too low. Okay. Nervous stab. Okay. Get down. Buff self plus dodge plus blight. Invigorating vapors. Protect me. Fortifying vapors. Flash powder. And festering vapors. So lots of buffs, not a lot of not a lot of damage. Resupply. Trinket scrounge. Strange powders. Curious incantation. Okay. And yeah, I think things are going well. I think we're at the point where we're going to bring this stream to a close. If you're watching on YouTube, we will probably continue, or there probably will be a part up for tomorrow. So you can probably expect there to be a continuation of this run. The second veteran level boss in the Veld has not spawned. So we probably won't be going back to the Veld, although, who knows, maybe I might be entranced by the long quest here in the very rare legendary bracers. We'll be leaving that choice up to next stream me. But yeah, there probably will be another run up for you if you're watching on YouTube, because we'll probably get around to recording another one by the time it is tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, the following schedule is the schedule over the next 4 days. If you're watching this on YouTube, the schedule will be what has been recorded over the last couple days, so you can't wait for it to come up live. You can see over the Twitch VODs. The Twitch VODs is every 14 days after they are recorded, or after they're streamed live. Today was Darkest Dungeon. Tomorrow will be Songs of Six. Wednesday will be Subnautica Below Zero. Thursday will be Terra Invicta. Our Humanity First run is potentially turning into Beat Down Humanity First, because humanity is actually being more of an issue than the aliens. Except when... Well, no, I'd probably just say humanity is being more of an issue than the aliens. Because they're running around causing me to move my ships around, just causing me to be out of position for when the aliens show up. So literally humanity is being more of an issue than the aliens at the moment. But yeah, so Terra Invicta is going well. But yeah, Darkest Dungeon today, Songs of Six tomorrow. Or Darkest Dungeon was today. Songs of Six tomorrow. Subnautica the day after that. Thursday will be Terra Invicta. Friday we'll be back to Darkest Dungeon. We're going to continue doing veteran quests, although we may, if we end up low on money, try to do some like apprentice quests to start leveling up the Antiquarian, and also to bring some of the level 2s into level 3 to keep the roster full for when incidents happen. We've managed to keep it to 1, but that's only 1. It took us 36 weeks to lose 1. We're going to lose more. As sort of spoilers for the Darkest Dungeon itself. The Darkest Dungeon is very prone to killing people, let's just say. It's very stressful and very prone to killing people. But yeah, so that's the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, this is your last opportunity to get comments responded to live. If you're watching this on Twitch, I hope you, or watching this on YouTube, I hope you have been enjoying. If you want to comment responded to, feel free to leave it. I do try to respond to all the YouTube comments. If you're watching this on the Twitch VOD, because the Twitch VOD will stay up for 14 days after it is streamed, and you want a comment responded to, I don't know how Twitch handles asynchronous commenting, but feel free to hop over to the YouTube channel and leave the comments over there, because I know YouTube handles asynchronous commenting well. This is being streamed live to Twitch under the username Wilcol, and it's being recorded locally, so it can be uploaded to YouTube later in 1080p at 60 frames a second, under the username Wilcol100. So it's just a 100 at the end of the same username otherwise. So otherwise it's the same username. That's the case. So yeah, I hope everyone has been enjoying. This run will continue until it gets frustratingly difficult. Everyone's dead or we've won. We're making pretty good progress. We've got how many of the veteran bosses done? We can check with the memories, I suppose.
In time, you will know the tragic extent
So 1,
of
2,
my failings.
3 of the veteran bosses done. There's a total of 8. So there's 5 more to go. And then we did also fight the Collector. The Collector and the Shambler are sort of the secret bosses, is probably a good way to think about them. The Shambler can show up. You can trigger them with the seeds that we've passed up a couple times. You can also trigger them by running torchless, effectively. And then the Collector was the Collector. We ran into the Collector today. So we fought one of the secret bosses. One of the random bosses. That we weren't expecting. And it went pretty well, all things considered. So yeah, with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.